I want to come right out of the gate and say that while I was impressed with some of today's Xbox Series X stream, there was something that I just cannot let go, and it has everything to do with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And when it comes to the AC franchise, I am a huge yet mostly secretive supporter. I mean, I don't post content about this series, stream it, or even really post much on social media, but I've been enjoying Assassin's Creed since number 3, and I kicked myself for not finding it sooner. So last week, the first large public offering of the latest AC installment, Valhalla, was unveiled with much praise. The idea of Vikings and the lore surrounding that culture lends itself well for the next backdrop in this storied franchise's history. Now, I watched that stream, and visually, it was impressive. The idea of Odin, the mystery surrounding the Vikings and their deities, and the open conflict with England are all concepts that I believe I would enjoy. So after that intro, you're probably thinking that you must have heard wrong, right? If you love the franchise, have been a longtime supporter, and think you will enjoy the new installment, where's the problem? Well, first off, you have every right to ask that question, and I don't blame you for having those thoughts. My answer is a bit more complicated than just a single sentence or any one item, so I'm just going to dive right in. It was promoted and announced that in today's Xbox Series X stream that we would get our first look at gameplay footage, and I can tell you that what I saw today, every second of that roughly minute-and-a-half reveal seemingly had nothing to do with gameplay footage. Was it dramatic and gripping? Yes. Was the soundtrack perfectly mixed and inspiring? Again, yes. Now, was that actual gameplay footage where we got to see the character movements, combat, or UI? Absolutely not. It was more of the same from what we saw last week from the reveal trailer. More fleshed out with different locations and cinematic timelines, and correct me if I am wrong, but I saw not 1 second of actual gameplay footage. I mean, for a brief moment, I thought that maybe I had misunderstood what I was going to actually see today. With that in mind, I took to YouTube and Twitter, and everything that I am seeing clearly states gameplay trailer. And this brings me to my next point of why publishers feel that the most important thing they need to do is push mountains of hype on the gamer base. They are willing to sacrifice the truth and use false language to whet our taste buds, all in an attempt to push a false narrative. Why is this? Are we not able to look over the game and make an informed decision to purchase or pass based on our likes or dislikes for the actual game? Why does Ubisoft or any other publisher feel that they need to use these false tactics to attract viewers? And before anybody comes out and defends this tactic, the PR staff at every publisher are both intelligent and have full command of language and terminology. They know full well the difference between reveal trailer and gameplay trailer. Judging from the responses I am seeing on Twitter over the past few hours since that quote-unquote gameplay trailer, the vast majority of those who viewed the stream are having the same thoughts as me. I'm seeing all sorts of responses to the Valhalla reveal reminders such as, wait, where was the gameplay? To, proper gameplay ain't a bloody cinematic. And you know what? Those people are 100% correct. It felt no different to me than turning on Netflix and streaming an episode of The Last Kingdom. Where the hell was the actual gameplay footage? You know, the kind of footage where a player gets to actually see the product in motion? I wanted and needed to see combat from my perspective, not some high-tech light show that, while superbly crafted, showed me nothing of what it seemed to have advertised. Now, in an attempt to be fair, and stepping outside the reveal trailer and objectively reviewing what I saw last week and then continued this week, the game looks beautiful. Of course, this is in a controlled environment and ripped straight from the game engine footage, but it does look stunning. In fact, I can't remember a time when I've looked at a Ubi title and said to myself, you know what, man, that looked like crap. They are master world crafters, and between last week and this, that fact is clearly on display. But when your PR department, who I've already commented has complete command of language and grammar, announces a campaign centered around a gameplay reveal, and the one thing missing from that reveal is actual gameplay, well, at that point, they've crossed the line between hype over to deception. Now, if the actual gameplay footage was not ready, they could have easily posted a statement before yesterday letting the entire world know their intent. We all know what is going on in the world right now. We are not blind to the way things are and how many of us are isolated and working from home. there would have been absolutely zero shame in correcting the statement to one of more reveal footage versus the narrative line they decided to hold firm to. Why is it that these publishers still cling to the ethos that is counterintuitive to gamers buying their products? Who is heading up these departments and starting off the meetings by asking, hey, what can we do today that will drive up hype and pre-order sales for our latest title without actually showing those gullible gamers what they are actually buying? And this is what really burns me around the edges. The fact that they seemingly only place value in our pre-order wallets. Now, I've attended game conventions, I've mingled with fellow gamers, and I can without a doubt say that Assassin's Creed fans are some of the most loyal and rabid that you will ever encounter. They know everything about the entire line of Assassins and can name every character and backstory imaginable. I guess my question to all of you who are in this fan base is, how does this slight make you feel? I mean, really, forget the loyalty, forget the years spent surrounding yourself in the varying Animus timelines, and really step outside of all of that and look at it from the outside looking in. I can tell you that it burns the hell out of me, and I consider myself a casual. I can only guess at how many of you diehards must feel once you let the hype wash off a bit and look at what they just tried to do. Just to reiterate, I am a supporter of this franchise, and I have been for some time. I mean, I played the daylights out of Odyssey, and I really enjoyed it, although I did have reservations about the combat system, and I have ever since I played Origins, but that seems to be the way the franchise is just headed. They fully moved away from the stealth and stalk systems to mass open battles with hundreds of targets engaged in open warfare, almost as if they've embraced a battle simulator style versus the traditional AC functionality. But hey, that's their choice, right? Again, I enjoyed them. Not as much as Assassin's Creed 3 or 4, but enough that I logged many an hour. But what I do not support, and will stand up against, is a storied franchise attempting to garner support through false advertising. I, like millions of gamers around the world, want to experience the product before purchasing. Show me what I will experience on a day-to-day cycle with your product, and let's skip all the theatrics. Gameplay? Come on, Ubisoft. You knew well in advance this reveal had nothing to do with gameplay. I think I've carried on long enough about these type of tactics, and look forward to reading your thoughts about this style of hype and advertising in the comment section below. If you haven't yet smashed that sub button, please do so, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to receive all notifications from my YouTube channel. If you liked the video, rate it with a thumbs up, if not with a thumbs down. If you feel like supporting my full-time YouTube content creation, check in the video description for links to my Patreon account and Teespring merchandise stores. You can also follow me on Twitter for all my latest thoughts on most things gaming related, and until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.